Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this simple flower from the Craft Hut Fantasy Resin Dip. Fantasy Dip has been about since the 70s, so it isn't anything new, but we recently brought it back to the craft industry, highlighted it on Hobby Maker TV, where I do lots of demos and sort of shows. And since then it's really taken off. We've updated the colours, so we've got new and exclusive colours. One of them I'm going to be using today, which is got a metallic finish to it. And this has been requested by quite a few people. So hopefully I'll be doing a lot more YouTubes, and there's no subscriptions. We don't believe in subscriptions, because if you buy the product, you want to know how to use it. So our Facebook group, Craft Hut, Resin, Crafts and More, you will find lots of lives, free tutorials. Come and join us, they're a friendly bunch. Yeah, so we'll start with this. I've prepared some leaves and some stamens already. Now, just to let you know, this can be done in a couple of ways. You can either use florist tape to wrap, or you can use UV resin. So if you don't have any UV resin, the exact same can be done with florist tape. Apart from the stamens, which I'm going to show you how to do in UV resin, but you can buy pre-made stamens, or you can make your own using the dip. So there's lots of sort of options. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. You just need a tin of dip and some wire to get yourself going. Right, so let's get on with this. So here's some that I've pre-made, and I'll show you quickly how I've done the stamens. So just take a length of wire. This is with UV resin. So as I say, you don't have to have UV resin, so I'll show you a different way as well to make stamens. Just get your wire, dip into your UV resin, hold your torch on. Doesn't take long, and then just dip again. And what it's going to do, I don't know whether you can quite see that, you might be able to if I put it on that coloured blob. It's going to build up the shape, the end of your stamen. And it all depends how big you want the end of it to be. You can get really, really fine by dipping it just a couple of times, or you can go really, really big. Okay, so make up some of those. I normally do, well, I do sort of seven or 9, all depends how big your flower's going to be. But it's quite handy if you just sitting there and you've not got anything to do, then or you've lost a little bit of your mojo. That's your pre-made stamens, so you can use those as well. Yeah, if you've lost a little bit of your mojo, you can always just sit there and make up stamens, and leaves as well, and we'll go on to do leaves in a separate video. So that's with the stamens. With your dip, cut a length of wire off again, just put a little bend in the end. Just so you've got a little bit of a hook. Excuse my nails, I do constantly work with dip and things like that. Then just you choose a colour. This is our Indian silk, one of the new metallics. Now I wouldn't normally do the stamens in the same colour, but it's just for sort of quickness. Okay, just dip in. And again, you can, you know, you can make these as big as you want. Just give it a minute or two. And you can dip back in. All right, so you've just got a couple of options there for making stamens. Right, so we've made our stamens, which are all sort of set in there. I've started making some petals. And what I'm going to do is in our starter kits, and you can buy them separately or you can use your own. You know, you can find something around the house. We've got some formers. So I'm going to take some wire, just wrap around the former and just twist. Okay, cut off a couple of inches because you just want a couple of inches really, just so you can wrap your tape round and put it all together. Just roughly get the middle and just pull. Okay, don't worry too much if you're not quite in the middle. That one's not. And then put it on your former. Just bend it round and we're going to give it a curve. Now, as I say, this is one of our brand new colours for 2022. This is July 2022. And literally, we're just going to dip in. And then just pop it in an oasis, a bit of polystyrene. Doesn't take long to set and leave to dry. Now, you can make these as full as you want. There's quite a few there, so it's entirely up to you. I've just made a few up just to sort of show you the concept of how to do it. So, as I say, what we'll do is we'll wrap these just in case you haven't got any UV resin or you don't like using UV resin. So we'll take our stamens. And again, it's all personal choice as to how many you want. Now, I like to say that there's, you know, these are fantasy flowers. So there are no rules. It's just what pleases your eye, really. So just take these and just wrap them in a bit of florist tape. Then we can start putting our petals on. Now with this one, what we want to do, if we put it like that, then our petal's going to be upright. So again, nothing wrong with that, but you can just give it a little bit of a bend and then our petals are drooping. So I always start by just wrapping one on, and these are movable. And then we're just going to go round, bit of a bend there, pop that in and just wrap. If you can hear dog snoring, that's Maisie Pug and that's Ollie Pug. But they do, once you've made up all the elements, and as long as you don't do anything too complicated, they do come together quite quick. I'm not the best wrapper because I've got arthritis in my hands, but it doesn't notice. Doesn't really matter where you place them actually, because you can move them about. Oh, where's that one cut? Oh, it's the end of the wire. Didn't quite get that wire together. As I say, don't worry about them moving, not at this point. We can tidy everything up. I've just got one more I'm going to put on, and then we'll have a look. Right. Literally, you can still move these. Oh, that's Ollie. After they're dipped. That one, I'm going to take that one out, I think, because that's just poking up a little bit. Or what we could do is just bend him in. That's a bit better. And then I'll wrap it. And then with your stamens, you can just open them out. And you can play about with these for ages. So just go back in. Just start to tidy up your underneath. And then you can finish off. Don't worry if they move, you can put them back. And there we go, simple flower. It hasn't got as many petals as the larger one, but you know, you can add more. But it's just to show you how that one was constructed. Okay, let me know how you get on with your dips. And there'll be more videos to follow with different flowers and leaves. Thanks for watching. Bye.